What's up everyone, Rob here from Mishimoto. If you haven't already, be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive content. I'm here with our brand new 2016 Focus RS. Now there's been a lot of buzz about this car on the internet, a lot of questions people are asking, how's it handle, how's it drive? So this is going to be part of a mini series where we're going to go through all the systems in this car and let you know all about it. We have our project manager, Jason. He's been driving this car around quite a bit, getting real familiar with it, and he's going to take you on a test drive and give you an idea of how he feels about it.
All right, what's up everybody? Jason from Mishimoto. We're here in our 2016 Focus RS, and we're going to take it out for a ride, and I'm going to give you some overall driving impressions of the car. It's very easy with a little bit of throttle to get sideways in pretty much every corner, even when you're not in drift mode. The power's pretty good. It's pretty quick around town. Twin scroll turbo, spools up really quick. Gives you really good drivability around town and on the highway. On the highway, it's actually pretty quiet, pretty refined. I have it in sport mode right now, so it is a little bit bumpy. It's just like your standard car you might modify with a set of lowering springs and shocks, so the ride isn't too severe. When you do change to track mode with the damper button on it, the ride gets very, very, very stiff for the street, and on some of these North Delaware roads, it's a little too stiff for that, so I would only recommend track mode for the track or a really smooth autocross circuit. All right, we're gonna get on the interstate here for a little bit. I still have it in sport mode, and I don't know if it's with the car learning my driving habits, which are quite aggressive. Pretty much every time I shift relatively quickly, the car does pop and backfire. That's designed into the system by Ford to kind of give it like a really rally car experience. We're doing about 50 miles an hour now. There's some traffic in fifth gear. You can barely hear the engine. At this point, the exhaust valve on the driver's side of the car is probably pretty much closed, so you really don't hear much of the engine. There's not a lot of droning. At full throttle, when the valve opens, this engine does have a very similar sound to the EcoBoost Mustang. It sounds very similar to our yellow EcoBoost Mustang that we had as a development car. So with that engine and the engine in this RS, they're very, very similar. They have a similar design turbo, and they have the different cylinder head with the 3 ports in it instead of the single port that the Focus ST has. And we're just cruising along on just the side road here, 50 miles an hour, fifth gear, so the engine's kind of loafing along here. Driving the car, it's just like any old Focus, just rides a little bit stiffer. When you put your foot into it, it of course has the power. I said before, the exhaust note of this is similar to an EcoBoost Mustang with a different exhaust on it. As long as it's fairly muted, it's loud when you want it, but it's not too loud. Heel and towing in this car is fairly easy to do. It's not the pedals aren't as well laid out as some other cars, but I have fairly big feet, so heel toe downshifting in this is actually doable for me. I would probably look into some sort of spacer or something to actually move the pedal down a little bit to make it even more easier. But in sport mode, every time I heel toe downshift or blip the throttle, it does pop and backfire and give you that nice rally car type feel to it. Kind of power out of this turn a little bit. That last turn, you can actually feel the power shift from the back outside wheel to drive the car out of the corner. So it's almost impossible to make a mistake in this car.
So as you can see, driving this car around is an absolute blast. Stay tuned for our next episode where we're going to be popping the hood and diving into the engine and drivetrain.